Hi there. My name's Mark Borgon, and I play bass and do vocals in a band called Greber. What drives us to create music would probably just be wanting to have fun playing music. There's no like cryptic, horrible sort of backstory to it. We just really like playing loud and heavy music. So that drives us to write new stuff that we're stoked on and keep it fresh and keep it fun. But yeah. The band's name comes from just a street in Gatineau, Quebec. We just kind of were like, hey, that's a cool name. And it means literally nothing deeper than that. But we had just started the band and we were like, maybe let's try and pick something out that's neutral, kind of blank canvas that we can contort in our own vile way to just signify the music that we were making. So yeah, I personally am just like, don't really care too much about how deep a band name is. We're just like, yeah, it's a name, it works, fine. So our new record came out on September 9th. It's called Fright Without. Whoop. Just got a text, sorry. Here it is. Here's the Aleister Crowley version. Yeah, it just came out, and yeah, it's been in the works for like 4 years, since before the pandemic. We had all the songs written, and yeah, we recorded it during the pandemic. We had it mixed by Kurt Ballou at God City, which was fucking awesome, and mastered by Brad Boatwright at Audio Siege. So we kind of went all in on the production side. Yeah, we're really stoked with how it turned out. It's a good high def Polaroid of where we've been over the last 4 years. So yeah, give it a listen. Hopefully you like it. As far as the lyrics go on this release, they're more like third-party narrative kind of like stories. I got sick of just writing about my own gripes with the world, so yeah, I decided to just sort of like reflect some of my own shit onto the world and try and explore other people's stories a bit more, and hopes that I could understand more of this fucking world, and yeah, just impart that onto our music and hopefully make somebody else think about something or feel something. But yeah, mainly just like sadness and just our inability to cope, and why that is. Why are some things so unbearable while others are easy, And even the title, like Fright Without, is just what do you do when you don't have enough? What does everyone do when they're, absolutely fucking terrified and shaking for no good reason at all? I don't know. I don't know what I do. Anyways, I write music, I guess. The story behind the album cover artwork, we just pretty much sent this guy Marcos I think the lyrics for the song Rats of Subversion. We just sent him the lyrics and we're like, hey, go with it. We really liked his art, so in the past, like the past stuff he's done, so we trusted his instincts, and that's usually the funnest part with working with people, is just letting them put their hue onto it. And he did that perfectly. Like, it was brilliant. I really like it. Here it is, by the way. You get it? Get it? Also, our good buddy in Youth and Rust did like all the layout, and he's been doing layout since he was like a wee fellow. So that was exciting to work with him, and man, he's a fucking stone cold pro. Didn't have to worry about any of that sort of bullshit. As far as like new albums that have caught my ears, man, I'm the worst for listening to like new stuff. I've been listening to a lot of, actually that Chat Pile record is really good. God's Country. It's really fucking unnerving and weird, and I like that. New music. We just played with this band called Dreamwell. Their music is really, really fucking awesome. As well as, this band, Fentafaxath. They're a band based out of Toronto, but have members all over the place. And their music is just completely fucking sad and ugly. It's really, really, really good. Like, it never disappoints. I can listen to it and it feels like I'm listening to it for the first time. The local music scene around here has been getting like really, really, really good. We live in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, and it's maybe like an hour and a half west of Toronto. And it, things come in waves, but I feel like it's on an up wave right now. There's a label called No Funeral Records, and they bring a lot of like really cool bands to the city and are doing a lot of really cool stuff. And subsequently, like, a lot of good new bands are coming out of the scene now. Mainly the two that come to mind off the top of my head are a band called Terry Green and another band called Basque. And they're just like everything that I love about music, just like heavy and catchy and weird. And yeah, so that's a little bit about our scene. We don't really have any, our future plans are just, the album just came out yesterday. I don't know when this will be posted, but it's now September the 10th. And we're just going to play some shows around Southern Ontario, and maybe at some point head back to Europe, because that's a spot that we've always enjoyed touring. But no, other than that, just kind of keep playing shows and doing that sort of thing. Why does metal rule? I think it rules. Why, though? I don't know. It's just, it's such a visceral language once you learn how to speak it. And I think it's not for everybody, but I feel like any and all types of music, it's good to give it a good enough shot, give it a good enough role that you can, give it a chance to sort of mess with your brain and understand what's going on, other than more than like 20 seconds worth of listening will allow you to do. And I feel like that goes for any genre. Like, you can really, like, if you were to pick your least favorite type of music and just make a soft commitment to dive into it in one way or the other, I'm sure we'd all be pleasantly surprised, even if it's like I don't know, like opera or country or something that you just think is whack as fuck, make no mistake, like there's something really, really, really good that's gonna resonate with you. It's just harder to find. So I think metal rules for me, just because it's just it's really physical, and when you're, you know, when you're playing it with somebody, like it's joining you in not only just like an intellectual format of like playing something, in like an emotional format of, you know, feeling what you're doing, but like your body, at least for me, just like playing, like if I'm screaming, my throat is engaged and my hands are engaged, and usually my whole body is into playing. And when you're doing that with somebody else, especially Steve and I, who have been doing it together for, 16 years, there's something very therapeutic about that, about like reconnecting with your physical form in that sort of visceral way. It just hits every box of connectivity for me. So, and same with like if I'm watching a band, I'll like get tense and I'll like start to get stoked, and sometimes I'll laugh because it's so heavy, or sometimes I'll just be like, that's so heavy and brutal, like I'm disgusted. So yeah, if you were to ask me, I'd say that's why metal rules. And yeah, thanks a ton for the interview. And yeah, if you can, Google Greber. It's a new record. I don't know if anyone usually does this sort of thing where they like pull out the record, but hey, I'm doing it. Check it out. All right. Thanks again. Metal rules. Bye.